Hey guys, and welcome back to the randomized K-On! Pokemon Team series. Next up is Little Miss June. June's first Pokemon will be Wobbuffet. That's not a great start. Wobbuffet's not really a Pokemon you want to use on a team. I'm pretty sure most Pokemon fans have this thing on their worst Pokemon lists, and for pretty good reason. Its stats are super lopsided. Its health is insane, and if it has the leftovers equipped, it'll take a while to take down. But its other stats are bloody awful. And for moves, especially for most of the generations, it's no better. It has to be attacked first to have any chance of doing any actual damage. So this is a really disappointing start to June's team. I think most people only remember Wobbuffet for its antics in the anime. Delabird did a Wobbuffet challenge in Emerald and could not actually finish it within his set rules. And MJTV goes into explicit detail on why Wobbuffet is so bad. If you play a Pokemon game, do not use this thing unless you're giving yourself a challenge. June's second Pokemon will be Delabird. Shit, June has really gotten the short end of the stick so far. Delabird is another one of those Pokemon that most people call trash, even though JRose11 and MDB were able to complete runs with it, and they're not the only ones based on a quick YouTube search. But that doesn't take away from how bad Delabird is. Its stats are really bad for a fully evolved Pokemon. Only its speed and special attack are decent. For level up moves, Delabird is like Ditto in that it only learns one move, which isn't even a reliable move. You can sort of fix this by breeding one since it'll get Stab Aurora Beam. Its TM list is not very impressive either. This is another Pokemon you really shouldn't use unless you're trying to give yourself a challenge. There are far better flying or ice types available. June's third Pokemon will be Electrode. Okay, we actually have some quality here. Electrode's a pretty decent electric type. It is stupidly fast and its special stats are pretty good. It still learns no stab moves by level up in Gen 2, which is absurd, and its only attacking moves are physical, which is also stupid because its physical attack is pretty bad. It doesn't really get all that better in TMs, but Rain Dance and Thunder is a good combo. So this is definitely a step up from the first two. But it's still kinda limited due to the lack of available electric moves. Some might argue that there are better electric types available, and I agree that there are some that have advantages over Electrode, but you can still find uses for it. June's fourth Pokemon will be Goldack. That's a pretty good Pokemon to get. Goldack is a solid water type, even though it would make more sense for it to be a dual water psychic type. It's got pretty good stats with a nice spread, and a 500 base stat total is no laughing matter. Unfortunately, the only stab move it gets naturally is Hydro Pump, which comes quite late, so you'll have to wait to get Surf to fix that. It doesn't change by breeding one, although getting Ice Beam and some strong psychic moves, I won't complain about having them. Its TM list isn't too bad, but still not amazing. So Goldack is a good Pokemon to have. It's strong and has some good moves it can learn, but the lack of natural stab moves is a bit of an issue. June's fifth Pokemon will be Machamp. Nice, now we're talking. Machamp is a great Pokemon to get. It is a staple of the fighting type. It has ridiculous physical attack, and its bulk isn't too shabby. It's just a shame it's a little slow. Its level up move list has some strong stab moves. This Pokemon will cause major damage if you're not careful. TM wise, it's not too shabby either. Its special attack may not be amazing, but having the elemental punches for coverage could prove invaluable. So June gets an absolute powerhouse for her team. You do not want to take this thing lightly, lest it rip you into 4 pieces with its arms. And June's last Pokemon will be Tentacruel. That's a pretty good way to end this team. Tentacruel is no slouch. It's also a strong water type. Its stats vary from very good for special defense to average for physical defense, but they're not terrible for what they are. It does get some decent moves by level up, Bubble Beam being arguably the best. Its TM list is a bit narrow all things considered, but having access to Sludge Bomb is superb, and the ice moves can always prove useful. So I'm happy with this being the Pokemon to round out the team. It's strong, it's pretty fast, the poison and ice moves will help against grass types, there's some good things you can do with it. And that's it for June's Gen 2 team. A bit of a poor start, but it definitely picked up, and there are some strong team members here. As always, please rate, comment and subscribe, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, feel free to come join me on Discord, consider backing me on Patreon, and remember to stay chilled.